GigaCloud had a fantastic earnings report, yet their share price is dropping like a rock. So what's going on here? In this video, I'll let you know why the share price is dropping, and I'll let you know what could potentially happen to your money if you invest in this stock. In this video, I'll touch on 5 things. Number 1, what do they do? Number 2, who are their clients? Number 3, what's the latest news on this stock? Number 4, what are the latest ratings in Tykr? Number 5, where do I believe the share price will go from here? If you don't know me, I'm Tepper, the founder and CEO of Tykr, which is a platform that helps people buy and sell stocks with confidence. Today, we have over 13,000 customers in over 50 countries. Now, good news, if you're interested, you can join Tykr for free. Simply go to tykr.com and then click on Start Free Trial. All right, let's get to it. Number 1, what do they do? Well, GigaCloud is essentially a large B2B marketplace that sells furniture, appliances, fitness equipment, and really everything in between. And they don't actually manufacture their own inventory. They're sourcing from suppliers, and then they're selling through other retailers. So other small and mid-sized businesses, some large businesses. So think of them as a large middleman coming between the supplier and the retailer. This leads to point 2, which is who are their clients? Well, they have about 1,300 suppliers. Those suppliers are the companies that are manufacturing the inventory. They're based primarily in Asia. And then the retailers are all over the world. And some of these are small businesses, some of them are mid-sized, and some of them can be pretty large companies. A lot of these small and mid-sized businesses, some of the large ones as well, are selling through their own Shopify sites. And then some of these companies are also selling that inventory through Amazon, Wayfair, Walmart, and eBay. Overall, I love this business model. When you can come between the manufacturer and the seller, you're really that provider that helps organize everything. That's a great place to be. All right, moving on to point 3, which is the latest news on the company. First off, revenue is up by 32%. Also, their EPS jumped from $1.02 up to $1.04. Not a huge jump, but it is moving in the right direction. For context there, EPS, earnings per share, is the number 1 most important line on the financial statements. It's essentially the profits of the company. We like to invest in businesses that are increasing their profits. All right, let's talk about why the share price is falling. And good news here, there's not really anything too alarming. There's a few things here worth pointing out, but kind of blows my mind why some of these reasons cause a share price to fall. So if you're an investor in GigaCloud, relax, nothing is too alarming here. All right, let's get to it. The first point would be their profit margins are starting to decrease because of supply chain costs around the world. That's because of fuel costs. This is really impacting everybody, especially those businesses that are selling a physical product. With fuel costs increasing, you think of everything like trucks and ships and trains, you name it. All fuel is increasing, which is cutting into profit margins. Another point here, there has been flooding in Vietnam, which has slowed down production. Hopefully that improves and production gets back up to speed. Right, here's an item that has caused a share price to go down, and I really don't see it as a negative. I see this as a positive. So they recently acquired a company called New Classic Home Furnishings for about $18 million. So it was all cash, no debt. I love that. It's not a huge acquisition. $18 million in today's dollars for buying a business is actually pretty cheap. But here's the benefit, and why some people, analysts I was looking at, were looking at this as a negative. I see it as a positive. So this acquisition will give GigaCloud about 1,000 brick and mortar locations to sell products. In today's day and age, everybody's thinking about e-commerce. And I get it. Yes, that's important. But there was a recent case study done on Nike when there was a change of leadership, a change of CEOs. One of the new CEOs, and they've gone through a lot in the last 10 years. Well, one of the latest CEOs got rid of a lot of brick and mortar locations, and their sales plummeted. And that proved that, yes, people like buying things online, but brick and mortar still has a place. People still like going into stores. They like trying on clothes or trying on shoes, or if they're buying furniture, they like to sit on the furniture, or if they're buying an appliance, they like to play around with the appliance and just get a good feel of that product. Just buying some of those products online without playing with it, that can be a risk for people. So 1,000 brick and mortar locations, I think this is going to be huge for GigaCloud. I think it's a great decision. I would disagree that it's a negative. I think it's a big positive for this business. All right, and the last point here, again, I'm going to debunk something here for you guys about insider trading. And this is why people are scared. Like, uh-oh, insider trading, they're selling, I need to sell. Check this out. So 2 people to point out here. We have the CEO, Lei Wu, who sold about 800,000 shares, which is equal to about $34 million. And then we have COO Xin Yang Hao, who sold about 419 shares. So my past experience, I've worked for a few public companies, and I remember a certain circumstance where an executive sold shares. And when you do that, just so you know, when you're working for a public company and you're selling shares or buying shares, you have to notify compliance, and then you can make the transaction, either buy or sell more shares. Well, this was after the fact, so it's totally compliant. And a few of us asked, like, hey, we noticed that you sold a lot of shares. What's up? Well, his response was, number one, they have a daughter going to college and they wanted to sell some shares to help pay for college. And number two, his wife was like, as long as we're selling shares, can we sell a little more and just pay off our house? He's like, that's why we're selling shares. This happens more than you think. A lot of people who are selling, they're not selling because something is going on with a business. They're selling because of something personal in their own life. So keep that in mind. So the sky is not falling when you see insider trading or people inside the company trading. There's good insider trading and there's bad. This is all compliant I'm referring to. But keep that in mind. Again, people are, in most cases, they're not selling because something's going wrong with the business. They're selling because of something going on in their own life. And also keep this in mind, there are times when executives, especially those who started the business, they'll go years without taking a larger payday, and they'll finally reach a point of high profitability in the business where the business is really in a healthy spot, and then they'll sell a bunch of shares to have their windfall event or their liquidity event. They're not, in most cases, not going to do it earlier, like after an IPO. Context there are most businesses that they're not really profitable after the IPO. That's a whole another topic for another day, but we tell people that, hey, after IPOs, you want to wait a while. But this is why I see responsible behavior of executives. They'll go public. They won't sell a whole lot of shares quite yet. They'll wait year after year after year, making sure the company's a healthy spot, and then they'll sell a bunch of shares and start, that's their payday, but it could be a decade, 15, 20 years down the road, long time to get your big payday, but that can be a situation as well. So keep all that in mind with insider trading. Don't freak out. There are many circumstances behind the scenes. All right, point number 4, let's get to Tykr and take a look at the ratings. So I'm not going to touch on all the ratings. We're going to start with a simple one right up front, which is the summary. Stocks in Tykr are rated like a traffic light, where they're either on sale, watch, or overpriced. That's green, gray, or red. And only about 15% of stocks make it on sale. GigaCloud is on sale. Another score we'll take a look at is in the middle here. This is the 4M Confidence Booster. It's driven by AI, saves us a ton of time. If you can get 80 or higher, that gives us really high confidence in the stock. This is right now at an 84. And then the last thing to point out would be the score of all scores, which is the 7. It kind of rolls up everything into a score between 0 and 7. And get this, if you can get a 5, 6, or 7, you're essentially in the top 1 or 2% of stocks in the market. And out of the 57,000 stocks, give or take, in Tykr, there are only about 30 or 35 that have a perfect score of 7 out of 7. And GigaCloud, check this out, is a 7 out of 7 perfect score. Very impressive. All right, this leads up to point 5, which is where do I believe the share price is going from here? So I truly believe this share price, this pullback, is very temporary. The financials on the stock are outstanding. They've got a lot of positives. The only negative, and this is very small negative, which is the supply chain costs. As soon as fuel costs come down again and they have another solid earnings report, I believe the share price can take off like a rocket. And right now I see the share price is around 35. I could see the stock going to 45, 50, 55 and beyond for sure. All right, that's my review of GigaCloud. Let me know where you believe the share price can go this year. And if you're interested, you can join Tykr for free. Simply go to tykr.com and click on Start Free Trial. If you like this video, please like, subscribe, and share with a friend. And of course, don't buy and sell stocks based solely on what you hear. Only buy and sell stocks that align with your own personal financial goals. Thanks for checking out this video. We'll see you soon. Bye for now.